Hello, my name is Abe, and welcome back to Enter the Gungeon, Mod the Gungeon. I have another custom run here. This one is I have the Beholster, a bunch of ammo, Ancient Heroes bandanas, a couple of snow bullets, I decided on 3, and I edited the mod that I'm making to make it so that the I have the Beholster only has 1 bullet in the clip. So the idea for this mod, or for this custom run, is that you fire out these Beholster babies, and they get bigger, and they get bigger, and they get bigger, and they just become this eldritch abomination that will just kill things and smack into them. And I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. So let's fucking go. This seems like it could be kind of cool. Cause Beholster gun, like one of the cool things about it is that you spawn this little Beholster familiar, this little Beholster baby. But oftentimes it's very difficult to actually get it out because you have to go through your ammo capacity first. You know, you have to fire 15 shots or whatever it is in the Beholster to fire out a Beholster baby. But if you can just fire out Beholster babies from the get-go, it makes the gun a lot better because then you get 400 Beholster babies. And if you get up close, you can actually do a lot of damage with them too, but but I'm just thinking that this could be a fun run. I like this idea for a run because it's taking a gun that normally has a special condition applied to it. You have to use all the ammo before you can shoot it. The special final shot. And you just get the special final shot at all times. I like that. That seems like a lot of fun to me. Because normally when I get I have the Beholster, you'll hear me say this frequently. I'll say, I don't think it's that good of a gun. And in actuality, I don't think it's that good of a gun, but if you can get the Beholsters out like this, it could be a fantastic gun. And we can't actually like kill things ourselves. We have to use the Beholsters to kill them. The Beadies. I should be calling them Beadies instead of Beholster babies, because they're Beadies. That's the name of the enemy that shoots you with his big old eyeball. These might as well also be Beadies. And they do a ton of damage. They do a ton of impact damage is the thing. So ideally what you want to do is you want to actually get the enemies to land inside of the Beady. It's the same principle of the Gunslinger's Ashes. Half of the damage from that gun comes from contact damage with the actual gunslinger you shoot. But the problem with the Gunslinger's Ashes is that the projectile it fires only shoots 3 times and then it disappears. You know, Beholster sticks around until it hits a wall. So it's a lot better. It's a lot better. And I'll pick up other things. So now we have homing bullets too. I'll pick up as many frickin' passive or actives as I can. But we're not gonna use any other guns besides this one for the run. And honestly, the passives are just to kind of see if we can get some good synergies or discover a little bit more about these beady minions themselves. It's actually kind of nice to have them get so big because they're easy to hit with, and I can just hide behind them if I really want to. Like, oh god, it's a ghost, just run away. You get sucked into my beady minion. So we know this is gonna be a gun I do not care. I might want to, open the chest though, so I can get a not guaranteed gun from the boss fight. We're not doing BCDD20T right now, so that's something that can actually happen. It can work like it wants to. Abe likes it when they get big. I do! I like big beadies. And I do not lie. Can we buy both? We can buy both. There's a brown chest. You know what? Brown chest me. It's not even locked. Give it to me. Well, not the best payout, but that's okay. So I'm hoping that, you know, boss fights in large arenas are gonna be quite nice. We're gonna get some very large beadies. Oh. Unfortunately, I had to blank him because I couldn't kill him, because I can't shoot him. Oh, that's nice. Sometimes these things will home in on him too because of homing bullets. I can see one homing already. They will follow him to the ends of the earth. Yes, my minions. This is so much better than like the pig run or the cop run because these things shoot. They shoot very accurately. Oh, I like it. I like it.
Bullet. Loser. Topper.
Okay, this is kind of fun too. Topper. I fire one big bullet.
Jump.
Jump.
Loser.
Loser.
Noodle.
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 Loser.
Okay, this is gonna take forever.
Loser. Dork. Loser.
Angry bullets, not homing bullets. You're right, that is angry bullets, isn't it? Aw, man. I guess because the bullet gun is yelling at me, that's a good sign that it is in fact that bullet modifier. You know what, screw going to the oubliette as well. I'll just do a little bit of Russian. Yeah, because homing bullets won't actually cause lowercase r to spell anything. It'll just say bullet. But angry bullets is going to make it so that the beadies kind of bounce off of enemies, which I guess is probably bad, because you want them to travel straight. Because like what I don't want to have wow, you can shoot very fast. What I don't want to have happen is I don't want the beady to like bounce off of a wall immediately after it hits a enemy. So this might be the first anti-synergy of the run. It's still fun though. Homing bullets would be awesome if we could get it though. I will support homing bullets if it ever shows up. Or the crutch too. In fact, crutch might be better. I got the Molotov. I'll use the freaking Molotov sometimes. I like this run though, this is cool. Silver bullets? Silver bullets. Silver bullets. Does silver bullets spell anything in our gun? Yeah, it spells like silver, werewolf, stuff like that, I think, right? I have a vague recollection of there actually being a silver. I think I might drop angry bullets. Because it is actually an anti-synergy. Like, I want my shots to travel in a straight line, but they're hitting the enemies and bouncing off and hitting walls. Yeah, without any other synergies, I think I'm just gonna drop it. And you know what? If we get a synergy in the future, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna give myself the item again, you know, whatever. Ballot. Doesn't help. It also says blessed. Beady v beady. Who's gonna win? Oh no! Oh, beady on beady violence is never a good thing. We're all in this together, man. How could you? He was your brother-in-law. I'm liking the beady run. I don't know what this run is going to be called. I'm liking it so far. What I'm not liking is all of these freaking jerk enemies. If you would please F off. I wish that the rooms had more waves on them. I want to get a whole bunch of these things spawned and then do something with them. But the room just keeps ending when I, you know, first get 16 beadies out on the screen. And I didn't want to give myself any modifier like a fire rate upgrade or reload upgrade because I don't think it's necessary. I think the run is fine without it. And I like, you know, these kind of custom runs where it's not too strong, it's not too overpowering. Like, this is kind of fun, as opposed to some of those other runs. And I know everyone in chat is saying, yeah, those BCDD20T runs, for instance. Look, I have fun with those runs. I'm gonna keep playing them until I win. Which we all know is never gonna happen, so... deal. Damn. I wish you could spawn in Cindergrace chests, because I don't think you can. Wish I was also immune to poison right now. You know what? I'm gonna shoot this way. Shoot away, and that way they'll last longer, because they only I think they only disappear when they actually hit a wall or something, so we'll just get as many of these things spawned as we can. Yes, yes, into my beadies! Get into my beady. I love the little squiggly tentacles. Yeah, because like as soon as they hit the wall, they pop. Pop goes the beady. Anything we want? I doubt it. Can't actually buy silver bullets, we're a little short. And there's no way to get any extra money because this is not BCDD20T madness, so let's leave. Get 20 ballots and just spam lament configure them. Well, I mean, you probably... I don't think you can spam lament configure them without there being a lot of curse on your run already. Because unless you get a lot of jammed enemies, you're not going to be able to infinitely spam it at least. You're gonna need a little more. I'm not gonna touch the ammo, by the way. That's one of the reasons why I gave myself Ancient Heroes Bandana, is because I think if I touch an ammo drop, I will lose out on my Tarnisher ability, which is giving me the reduced ammo capacity in my gun, allowing me to fire these beadies in order. It's just what I hooked into in order to make this kind of challenge run work. We got it. We got it. Like, they actually do a lot of damage, I'm noticing, when you hit an enemy with the beady. You know, that's one reason why I do like these runs, too, is that I'm learning something about the game. I'm learning something that I never really considered before, which is that these beadies are actually pretty freaking good when you can actually get them to land. They do a decent amount of damage. I need to take more advantage of that, I think, on my own runs. Like, when I get a beady spawn, just try to hit an enemy with it, you know? It's just a little bit of extra damage. And it's nice to know, or it's nice to, you know, have confirmation of how they actually do work, how they will travel until they hit a wall and then they will dissipate. Oh, come on! One day, I'll get a payout out of the freaking chance chests. Oh, dude, absolutely. In fact, I'm just gonna take a moment and we're gonna spawn some beadies, if you don't mind. It's like one of the few opportunities when I can actually do this effectively. Oh, you guys are screwed! And you don't even know it. We broke the game. Ah, damn. I don't even think this was like a rough break. The game might work still. Gun changed. The game might still work, but what happened is the beady broke the bullet bubble from those Gunzukis, and that's causing issues. So So what I actually might do is just shoot these bubbles as they appear, because I don't want the game to break. We might have gotten lucky enough that it didn't do a permanent break. And if it wasn't a permanent break, we can still complete the run. We'll know what happens when we fight the boss. If the boss fight actually loads, we're fine. If the boss fight doesn't load, we're screwed. I'm not even breaking it that hard. The guy who suggested the run, Jornker, he said, hey, give yourself 20 snowballs. And I'm like, that's too many. I gave myself 3 and it's already breaking. I mean, to me, that just says that... Ooh, perfect dodge. To me, that just sounds like the game would break in specific circumstances, even without Mod the Gungeon, you know? But maybe it won't break without Mod the Gungeon installed. Maybe Mod the Gungeon is the thing that's causing the breakage. I don't know. It's a soft break. Yeah, it's a soft break. So because these Beadies, they only break after they hit a wall, best thing to do, there's another bullet, best thing to do is just kind of shoot them straight. Shoot them down a long corridor, you know, don't have angry bullets. Yeah, you probably shouldn't run into the Beadies, I think. Can we fight the boss? Nope. Game glitched. Well, that's a shame. But you know what I'm gonna do? Is I am going to cheat and get right back to this point in the run. I wonder how I could fix that problem. There's gotta be a way to fix it. No, I mean, no, thinking about it, probably not. It's probably gonna be something that Dodge Roll has to fix themselves. It's probably like deep embedded in the C code. Sure. Excuse me? There we go. Just gotta find our way to the boss fight. There'll be a different boss, but you know what? Whatever works. Hopefully we just don't find those Gunzukis. They break the game so freaking often. I hate them. I don't want them and their stupid bullet bubbles to break the game, but they absolutely do. I don't know what the problem is. And what's weird about it is that they always start the break. Like, that glitches out the games in some way, like some memory error happens. And then after those Gunzuki bubbles get broken by whatever, you know, bullshit slow or fast or big bullet you're modding in, then the true breakage happens. Then you can't load boss fights anymore for some reason. Then other bullets start getting stuck. It's so weird. I think a couple of those bugs that are game breaking, I have replicated only using like one item, like only using one heavy bullets, only using one snowballets is the item that we have, right? Yep. But yeah, just something that needs to get fixed at some point. Like everything else in this fucking game. But anyways, we're not on the Mind Flayer anymore. We're on Dreadnought. Dreadnought should be pretty easy too. I mean, again, just fire the Beadies. You hold the Beadies. I don't even have to really worry about necessarily shooting them directly at the Dreadnought, because if he runs into him, he runs into him, whatever. If he doesn't, he doesn't, whatever. Although he is running into these guys a lot, which I love. Yes, run into my minions, please. No, I'll take the flawless. I will take the gun. For basically no reason except to take it. I gave myself Gungeon Blueprint, we'll drop it. Spawn Gunzuki. Spawn 1,000 Gunzuki, spawn 500,000 Gunzukis, it's not gonna work. Or it would work, it would crash the game probably. That might actually crash the game. Unlike everything else, which just kind of makes the game glitch out, that might just be like, memory error. Windows is closing this process. That'd probably happen. I wish you could spawn in a whole bunch of enemies like that, just for playing around's sake. Well, you know what? If this goes to show me anything, it's that with only one gun, you can win the game. I know I do have 3 snowballets, but if the only thing we had was the Beholster gun, we could probably still make a win happen. All I need is LJ. All you need is curse. You got it. We're already on the 4th floor, 16 minutes into a run. That's very quick. Then again, Gungeon is quick if you're not like me and play almost exclusively on hard modes, going to every floor, doing the Old King and the Oubliette on every single run. Maybe I should start actually playing the game a little bit more quickly. Not as speed running necessarily, but like actually, not going to every floor. The problem is that I want to go to every floor because that's where you get all the items by doing as much of the game as you can, and that's how you get all the fun stuff, the synergies. And now that there are legitimate synergies in the game, you wanna go to as many floors as possible. Sometimes a quickie is fun, exactly. You understand me. Where have you been all my life? I only get one shot out of this gun, although it does get really big at the end. Bullet. That doesn't get bigger. That gets bigger. No gun though is as good as this gun right now. I shot that directly into a wall. You never want to shoot your Beadies into a wall. You always want to shoot them wherever they can have time to expand and get big and grow up. I'm a big Beady now. Look at that. If anything spawns there, it's already dead. Beadies, help me. Ah. It reminded me of that Rick and Morty skit. Ants in my eyes, Johnson. I got spent in my eye. I got zombies in my eyes, Beady. It's kind of like a Beadie's got zombies in his eyes, just running around him. Like, oh God, their walk. I can feel their hard, metallic feet, clawing at my eyes. But now I've got to ask, what are bullets made out of? I mean, I don't mean like the gunpowder and the lead. I mean, like the brass. Is it brass? I know they're called brass, right? Are they brass? Probably brass, right? See if any red mages will take the Beadies. I was curious about that. I decided to not worry about it. There was one red mage earlier on the run, but he didn't seem to suck up the shots, but maybe he just missed. Maybe I'll try that when we get to the exit elevator. That way I can just do a test and then jump down immediately. They're made out of pure patriotism. I salute you, Bullet. Oh, that's when someone dies. You don't want to have that being played. Oh my god, that was quick. Get out of here with that shit. Here come the Beadies! Eating your face! Oh, I got shot. Ah, what does it matter? You're dead. Eventually. The damage output from this is pretty good. Would be a little better. Oh my god, we got so far to go. You know what? Fuck it. You know what? I'll open this chest. +1 to bullet. Sure, I'll take it. Now we have... Now we have...
Bullet +1.
Bullet +1, bullet +1, bullet +1, bullet +1. I love bullet +1. Bullet +1, bullet +1, bullet +1. I love me some bullet +1. Hey. I don't know why they made this fight easier with the wall pillars. Because now you just stand behind the walls. Get 'em, Beholster babies! I can't remember, but I think that this boss still has the DD20 modifier, something wicked. I think it still does exist, you just never see it anymore. Then again, this is like the first time I fought this guy in a month, I think? Sometimes you just do not see the High Priest for a million years. Sometimes it's skill pillars, but I've been seeing so much freaking wallmonger lately, I hate it. What am I doing with chickens? This is not a chicken run. This is not a chicken run. Get out of here, chickens. This is a beady run. It's a beady run, but I'm gonna call it the Beholster baby. You! Minion, you knocked him into me. I'm gonna call this the Beholster baby run. I love my Beholster babies. Oh, you died. Everyone gets a Beholster baby. You get a baby, you get a baby, everyone gets a baby. My cabbages. I forget what that's from, if anything. It sounds like it's from something, is the thing. It sounds like a good joke in context, but I don't know what the context is. It sounds like you might actually be funny, but I'm not entirely sure. Ah! Get out of here. Honk. I always thought that when the Beholsters would hit an enemy, the Beholsters would disappear or die, but that is not true, is it? These Beholsters will stick around even if they touch something. You want the touch. You want as much touching as possible. Which is something that I never expected. Or I didn't quite understand, but now I do. And that's nice. That's a good thing. Should mod it so that whenever you pull the trigger, it goes baby +1, baby +1, baby +1. Or behold, behold, behold. Behold. Behold, behold, that would never get old, I'm sure. Making the gun say behold would most certainly not get old. If it rhymes, it's true. I wonder how this is gonna work against the dragon. We'll find out right now. My cabbages is from Avatar. Well, I don't know why I know it then, because I've never seen it. That's not true. I've seen a couple of episodes of it, I think, just because my housemate would have probably had it on at some point. The only thing I know of Avatar is that there's a live-action TV version, which is trash. That's the only thing I know of it. And the only other thing I know about Avatar is that it's a really overrated science fiction movie by some director. Oh, my friends have a way of phrasing it. Because like when they're like not movie snobs, but they watch a lot of movies, and they always think it's weird how in Avatar it's like the human who's a better alien than the aliens, you know. There's a phrase for it. Because he's like a white man who's a better alien than the aliens, and it's like, oh, look at us humans being so perfect in our ways. I'm trying to remember what the hell this is. I don't fucking know. I don't watch movies. I don't spend my days on TV tropes, reading through all of the tropes, memorizing them all. White savior, that's what it is. Yes, he is the white savior to the blue people. You know what, we're gonna find a red mage probably. We'll figure out what happens with red mages, if they can suck up the beady. I don't think they can. The red mages, the gungerers, excuse me. They can't absorb certain shots. They cannot absorb, for instance, Cobalt Hammer, I believe. They cannot absorb the Anvilin. Certain lasers they cannot absorb. They cannot absorb laser rifle. And it would not surprise me if they could not absorb the beadies, because that would be really awkward. If they spit it back at you and the beadies just shooting you, that would suck. Then again, they can suck up bees and spit the bees back at you, and the bees suck because they home. You're gonna get beadies on your ass. Beadies on your ass. That does not sound good. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Luckily, I don't have to actually like aim my shots at all. I just put the shots out there and they do their own damn thing there. Don't you know? You just gotta put the bullets out on the screen there and just let them do their thing. Yup. Hey, dude. Yeah, spawn in the beadies. That's right. You wouldn't. I dare you. I can understand now why people were saying give like rocket-powered bullets and bouncy bullets, because then they would bounce around a whole lot more. Let's try it out. Give rocket-powered bullets, give bouncy bullets. And then let's see what happens when I drop like one of the snowballers. So they'll get slower, or they get bigger more slowly, but then they'll bounce around a little bit more. We'll try it out. You know, we're gonna experiment for the rest of the run. I do like the nerf on those novas and supernovas. I just wish I remembered it in the moment, because I never remember it in the moment. I always forget about it. Bonk. Knock him in the pit. You rolled into me! You didn't even touch me, you just rolled into me, you freaking jerk! What a garbage monster, as it were. Did I watch the new Castlevania? Is there a new Castlevania coming out? Castlevania 6! The Castlening! Metroid Man builds his own castle and fills it with food. Castlevania 7, your castle is in another princess. I don't fucking know. I don't frickin' know. New season just came out. Is there like a Castlevania TV show? I have no idea what you're talking about. Is there an actual like Castlevania TV show? That'd be weird. Although I think I remember. Oh, get out of here, you freaking asshole, blue dog. I hate the big blue dog. Big blue dog sucks. Oh, it doesn't work. Ah, damn. I was really hoping I could get it to work and spawn a whole bunch of Beadies, but even when I only have one bullet in the clip, it still fires the normal projectiles. That's unfortunate, but that's okay. That's what the testing is all about. To figure out what works and what doesn't. To get the ideas flowing, as it were. Because I'm still interested in the idea, by the way, of actually making somehow like a challenge mode in Gungeon, like being able to actually say like, hey, these are your starting conditions for your run. You can't change them. Like you can't ever pick up another gun except for beholsters. And so I like these types of runs where I can kind of get some ideas out, and I can start thinking about them a little bit. Why not scattershot then? Because I know what scattershot does. It gives you more shots, you know? Like, more is not necessarily more interesting. Like, I'm interested in seeing what happens with the red mages. I'm interested in seeing what happens with Ring of Triggers. You know, if you can spawn a whole bunch of them just around you in a circle so they expand, you know, circularly. Ugh. But like, scattershot, it'll just make more of them. Like, I'm more interested in figuring out what happens with remote bullets. Will the shots home in on the cursor? And indeed they do. So I could actually control where the beholsters go. You know, that seems interesting. I just need to get a bunch of them out on the screen. You know, it'll only control them for a short time. You never know. Broke the game. This, looking a little awkward here. In fact, it's looking so awkward. I'm just gonna suck up the enemies in the rooms, I think. I don't think we can do this run anymore. Like, look at the bullets. They're not doing anything. The Beadies aren't even moving. Oh god. It's the Gunzukis and the Gunzakis. Something about them causes issues with the game with these custom runs. I hate it. I need to reset the floor somehow. One more time. Wait a minute. That's wrong. We only get one bullet in our clip here. Okay, now don't glitch out the game. I know that there's a shot grubber right there, but I would really appreciate it, game, if you didn't just glitch out. I fell into a hole. It doesn't matter. He died and he didn't glitch anything out. Perfect. Also, I had like 3 flawlesses, so we'll give us that. Give me the blueprint. And now we'll just explore. We'll explore and then we'll get the teleporter prototype charged up and prototype the hell out of here. We'll do our best not to even let the shot grubbers fire, which normally we can do just by not having line of sight to them. So we should be fine. Oh, Agonizer, you are screwed, buddy! Already screwed. Yes, like this shot grubber, just hide, and then he died. Hide and then he died. Perfect. Uh-oh. Ah. I think I'm just gonna flee this room. Ah, we're closer. Let's not get hit by a full red heart whenever possible, please. I didn't want to stay up against the, oh, you died. I didn't want to stay up against the walls because I'm like, oh, you don't want to be on the walls in this room because it's a lead maiden. It wasn't, it was a Chanspelon. What a loser. Am I right? Freaking Chanspelon. Take a chance, why don't you? Get him, get him! Get out of here. Get out of Dodge! Oh god, this room. What do we have this time? We have a devil dog and we got a hand. I didn't realize that devil dog wouldn't actually hurt you unless he was jammed. I hate the devil dog though. Devil dogs are like the worst thing in this game ever. Oh, and the hand is taking aggro. That's not good. We're done with the room? The room must have glitched out with that hand being there. That's weird. Okay. We're not glitching out yet. So I'm happy. As long as we don't glitch out, I'm gonna be happy. Don't glitch out. Also, don't die either. That'd be very silly. Don't touch that. Now I want to finish the run because the game wants me to not finish it. The game wants it to glitch out. This is personal now. I gotta win for me. Just show the game that it cannot control my life. Just don't glitch out anything else, please. Except it only glitches out with those bullets that have multiple forms. Maybe what it is like the bullet impacts and then it impacts again before the bullet even has a chance to like appear in the game world or something. I don't freaking know. You look at me like you expect me to know all the answers to everything. I don't. I'm just a man. And what is a man but a flawed being? 5 ballots, ice cube. Yeah, I mean, that would give me more teleporter prototype charges, but now we're only like 3 rooms away. I think we're good. I want to have a little bit of a struggle, you know. I don't want to just get down there with 6 HP and be like, okay, time to fight the boss. No, no, no. I'm taking legitimate damage here. Well, somewhat legitimate damage. I mean, the game is kind of screwing me a little bit. Oh, it's a lot of shots. Shot. Red mages. Yeah, I don't think they can absorb the shots. Then again, there were a lot of them, so I don't know. It seemed like they couldn't absorb the shots. I'll do a proper test in a moment. Let's kill a few more enemies first. Almost out of ammo, but I did not give myself Ancient Heroes bandana this time around. We'll see if we actually do need it, or if we're gonna be fine, if we're gonna be safe, if we're gonna be okay. Hey, heart. Okay, spawn Gungerer. 5. Yeah, see, they cannot absorb the shots. They absorb the bullets that are fired, actually, but not the actual beadies themselves. Good to know. Good to know. And you can tell that they are absorbing the beady shots, but not the beadies, because there's like one bullet in each Gungerer that is like warping and kind of curving in on itself, and that's the one that he absorbed from the shot. Spawn 20. I'm not gonna spawn 20, there's no point. I've answered the question already. Get him! Get him! Get him! Actually, it looks like they might actually have a range limit, and then they start disappearing on their own. Those beadies. That'd suck a little bit. Yes. Yes! Get sucked into my beady eyeballs! You wonder if they could absorb the projectile that spawns the beady? I don't think so, because it's not a projectile, it just spawns an enemy. Like, it just spawns a beady, I'm pretty sure. I don't think it works like an actual projectile that they can suck up. It just spawn a minion. Hey, I did it. I'm partially surprised. Hey, this is like the best lich fight I've had in a long time. It's one of the only ones I've had in a long time. Heyo! Actually making the dodges. Yeah, I imagine you can glitch out the game pretty heavily by abusing the commands. Teleport in particular. Like, what happens if you try to teleport and fight the 3rd phase of the Lich before the other 2 phases? Is that even possible? Could you stop firing missiles, you little piece of garbage? Ha! Can't even get me. Too good for you, Lich. Get eaten by the beadies. That'd have been a good time for a blank if I had one. Shoot the beady in the eyeball. Shoot him in the eyes. Yes. They're coming with me to the past. No, eyeballs. Oh, they left me. Oh, that's good. That's good. Well, there we go. Don't run out of ammo. How much did I have at the end? I wasn't paying attention. Well, there we go. There's the mega beadies, whatever we want to call it. I am excited about the Beadies. They came with me to the past. And look, the run only took 9 minutes. Speed run. They're the best Gungeon players in the world. 8 shots left. That's enough. That's enough. But anyways, there we go. There's our custom run. That's what happens when you get only Beadies and you have a few snowballets. It would have been pretty good even without all 3 of those snowballets, but it's fun to get the large Beadies. It really is. I wonder if even with 1, if you could cause the problem with those Gunzukis. Like, I can partially understand that if you have duplicates of an item you're not supposed to have duplicates of, that it could cause bugs and issues, but there is a chance that you can get multiple items on the same run. It's a small chance, but it does exist, and so I think that bugs like this really do kind of need to be figured out and fixed in Gungeon, but it's probably a low priority stuff. But the thing is that this bug also has multiple different forms. It happens apparently with the Gunzuki shots, with the Beadies from the Beholster gun. It happens with Space Friends, if you have a whole bunch of them. Even if you're not on a Beady floor, or a Gunzuki floor, if you're just on like the first floor, sometimes it can happen. So there are a few instances where this bug could occur, and if they got fixed, maybe we could have some very interesting, fun, cool custom runs. But until then, some stuff like this is gonna have to be a little bit tame if you don't want the game to soft lock. Or maybe just like when you see those enemies spawning, don't summon Beadies, switch to another gun. Anything, even the bullet gun.
Loser. Kafir. Dork.
But anyways, for those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe for more, and hope to see you here again for the next run of Enter the Gungeon.